It took 14 years for Warragamba Dam to fill, and in an awesome fashion it's now spilling over. Thousands of residents downstream have been evacuated as those waters surge into the Hawkesbury-Nepean river system. Flooding's only moderate at this stage, but it is enough to cut off a number of roads and bridges in the area. More rain's expected over the next 2 days, and the SES says people need to be prepared for flash flooding. Deborah Rice begins our coverage tonight from Richmond.
When Warragamba Dam finally spilled, it was spectacular. But downstream, the impact built slowly. Hundreds of locals gathered at Richmond to watch the Hawkesbury River rise.
Yeah, it's come up fairly quick, and we think mainly because of the dam letting it go.
Usually it's half the height it is now, so it's kind of scary.
With the water close to the top of its arches, the bridge was closed to traffic at 11:30. That left residents at North Richmond isolated. The only way to the other side, through Mount Victoria in the Blue Mountains, which takes hours to drive.
We can't get home to the other side. We can go around the other way, but this is a much quicker way.
The fence on the upriver side was dropped, but on the downriver side, workers had to grind off the railings so the debris wouldn't get caught up on the bridge and put the structure under extra stress.
See where all those people are there? We used to sit there and watch it come over that side.
For many, it was a new experience.
Last time it went over, the kids weren't born, so we've actually come down to show them what it was like.
Others had seen it all before.
My truck coming across the river in 1952. Now the 2 metres under the bridge and they've got the bridge closed off. That makes sense to me, but...
Around 2,500 people, mainly in caravan parks and on small farms across the low-lying areas, were told to evacuate.
We don't go without the horses, so the people next door and up further have allowed us to cut through the fences and move the horses if we need to.
Most headed off to stay with family and friends on dry ground. Then it was a case of waiting to see how high the river would go and when it would peak. Deborah Rice, ABC News, Richmond.
And Deborah joins us now from Richmond. Deb, does it look like the water's actually going to cover the bridge where you are?
It's very difficult to tell, Felicity. What we're waiting for now is both the water to come down from the catchment but also the tide to come up against this bridge as well. What's been happening is about 11:30 when the bridge was closed, the water level was about 7.5 metres. For the past 3 hours it's been sitting around 8 metres, but that was low tide. About 5:30 this afternoon the tide changed and that's now moving up the river again. It will probably be about 11 o'clock tonight when it reaches its highest point. Now, that's without the extra water coming down from the catchment, so it would rise about 50 centimetres ordinarily. This water is about 50 centimetres off the bridge. So if we have more water coming down from the catchment, it looks like, yes, this will be covered overnight at least.
Deborah Rice reporting from Richmond in Sydney's West. Thank you.